Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by again. Today we are going to talk about a pothos. The conversation this week is moss pole over just a wood plank or a bamboo pole. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. So sit back and thank you guys for stopping by. Hey, so this week I'm going to revisit an old friend, my Hawaiian pothos. And here's the funny thing, right? I replanted this a while ago. I'll put the dates. It was a few months. Let's just say that it was a few months ago. And this thing grows really, really fast. So initially I had it in a moss pole, and I've decided that I don't like moss poles. They're not for me. And not that there's anything wrong with them, but I'm gonna plant this guy with a bamboo pole. When I went to Tulum, I saw a Hawaiian pothos just in a jar and on a wood board. I'm gonna try that. I think it can grow that way. Moss poles are not for me, and I'll let you know why. So right here's the little window garden that I have in my New York apartment, right? Here's my humidifier. I don't necessarily turn the heat on in here in the winter time because I don't spend too much time in here. But also it'll burn my plants because I have project heat. I don't live in the projects, but I have project heat. And if you know what I mean, you know exactly what I mean. So here's my Hawaiian pothos. I had it on this pole, which is not necessarily a moss pole at all. This is cocoa fiber, but I do have another example of a moss pole. I'm not going to show it to you because it's right there too. But I don't like it. It's the Monstera. I'm going to repot that at some point. I know you're not supposed to repot things in the wintertime. This is not winter, it's fall. It's late fall. So I'll use that as an excuse, but I don't think you're supposed to plant things then either. But in this apartment with this heat and this humidity, these plants think that it is late spring, early summer anyway. So here are the big leaves that were there when I got it from Florida. I don't know if you can see that because my Monstera is in the way. But the new leaves are growing in pretty large. Not as large as they would if they were in full sun. But what I am seeing is that these vines are growing quite big. And I will show you just how big. And here it is, right? But this is just the end of it. So I'm gonna put this in a new pot. I'm gonna propagate it. And what I really love about this Hawaiian pothos is how sturdy it is. I mean, these vines are huge. They're so thick, right? So this guy's gonna go in my room. This is gonna be a two-step process because at some point I'm also going to hang a grow light because my room is dark, and it's gonna need all the additional light that it can get. And just look at all of this plant. It's a lot of plant. So I'm gonna cut this back. Chop, and chop. So this is what I have. I'm gonna gift this to some of my friends, some of it, and some of it I'm going to repot. So I'm gonna set up and we're gonna start potting. Hey, so I'm in love with Hawaiian pothos. I know a while ago I was pretty absolute about not liking pothos. There's certain type of pothos that I do not like. And I don't even know if that's the truth anymore. I think it was more about me not really understanding how to put them together or how to grow them, how to make them thrive, not really understanding that they're epiphytes. Not really understanding how they grow. And now that I have a better understanding of that, you hang them high and let them trail. You'll have smaller leaves, but if you let them do what they want to do in nature, which is climb, so from the bottom up, you'll get really, really big leaves. And I just love them. I got my first one from my aunt. You saw me replant that one. And yeah, here we are. About a year and a half later, and I'm in love with Hawaiian pothos. So I contacted these guys on Etsy Jayden and Nolan at Florida Harvester, and you can reach them, and these guys are amazing. Well, I got a Hawaiian Pothos from them, and it might have been at my job too long. I don't know what happened, but it didn't do well. Told these guys, and immediately they told me that as soon as they had a new batch, they would send me some, and they did, and they sent me some treats. So I'm gonna show you. So I really, really, really want you to look at these guys. This is so nice here. I love this. It's here on this wonderful, like, well, this is the node. I was about to say it's on this lovely like stick, but this got cut off of the original plant, and I just really, really want you to take a look at these roots. Look at that. Look at that. He's just ready for business. So I'm gonna take this guy, and I think I'm gonna keep these in sphagnum moss just for a little while. I am gonna get larger containers, but as you can see right there, that it is in sphagnum moss right now. I have it in a little grow box. I'm gonna keep it there. It's a little too big for the box, but for right now, I think that's gonna be the best choice. You're gonna wanna keep these warm and moist, but it's not submerged because you don't want it to rot. So I will check on that every now and then, but I wanted you guys to see that. So I'll put that to the side. And I want to show you this too. So this was the original one that I got that kind of felt like it expired. But I'm looking at the roots or the vine. So I cut it up. I'm gonna do a little experiment. I have it in a little, excuse me, I'm gassy. I had some rich juice or something. A carbonated refreshing drink. But see, it's only been in here for a couple of days. And look, if you can see that, I don't know. But right there is some root growth. So I'm gonna continue to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to get some plants out of these. But because the plant kind of expired so fast, Nolan and Jayden both kind of just jumped into action, and they made sure that they followed up. They were very, very kind. And I'm gonna continue to get stuff from them. I'm gonna leave their link in the description, and I suggest that if you really love plants and you want yourself a Hawaiian Pothos, you get a node from them. And it's kind of fun to go through the whole process of propagating that node. Well, so what I forgot to tell you is this. This guy right here is a Pothos. It's a green Pothos, but what Jayden and Nolan told me is that this guy's leaves get just as big as the Hawaiian Pothos, but it's not variegated. Yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this jungle when all these plants grow. I have a problem. I have a sickness. I need an estate. I need an estate with a greenhouse. Because this is crazy. I really, really, really love plants. But this is like the real deal. They just gave me these guys. They gave me a Transcendentia and this Pothos. And you'll see what this bamboo pole is for. But these guys, this is the goodness right here. So these are the Hawaiian Pothos cuttings, right? We are gonna put these into dirt, and I'm not gonna be really, really fussy about that. I got Tropical Mix from Miracle Grow, so that's what I'm gonna use. And it's gonna join these guys, these cuttings. So I'm not gonna use all of these cuttings. Some of these I'm going to give away. And I feel like that's just what I'm gonna do. I feel like anyone that's in my vicinity is going to get a Hawaiian Pothos cutting, because this and my Adansonii, I mean, they literally grow like weeds. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's too much plant. So, yeah. So So I have this cutting, which came in really, really nice. All right. Oh! I just broke it. Wow. Okay. I'm an idiot. Ugh. I wanna cry. So these were packed in sphagnum moss. I got a little bit of an attitude now because I broke my plant. But I'm gonna try out something different for me. The first plant I had, I used, oh wow, look at these roots. This is really, really nice. This is beautiful. So I'm gonna get this in dirt. Now, from what I understand, you can grow these in sphagnum moss. I am going to, again, use the tropical mix. Like I said, this pack's so nice. It's like a little bed with these great little peanuts that are eco-friendly. You just throw them in water and it's all eco-friendly. And this large one, oops, which only has one, it has a root. I'm gonna stick this in dirt. I see people do that all the time, so we're gonna hope that that does well in dirt. So earlier I was saying that I don't necessarily like the moss poles, and here's the reason. It's just not, it's a personal choice. I tried it. I'm gonna say that they don't necessarily work for me. And I think it's the fact that, you know, it's keeping them moist. A lot of the growers that I see do really good jobs with them. They do it because of the schedule that they're always on. I just don't have that much time and no patience. Okay, so I'm gonna use this guy right here. So the Pothos that I saw was in a water bottle. I already did the video on it at that wonderful restaurant in Tulum called Bejuca. But it wasn't on a moss pole. It was just on a regular like slab of wood. I'm gonna use this bamboo pole. It won't necessarily be able to, who knows, these things can penetrate cement walls. So maybe it can. But the thing about the moss poles is I don't wanna water them all the time. So I'd rather be able to control the moisture that goes into the planter and maybe miss these guys. But I don't want to also have to wonder or worry about keeping a moss pole wet. Yeah. So this is the mix that I use, right? It's a tropical potting mix. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. And I like this tropical mix. It has like lava stones and stuff in it. There's like, it has all the superfoods that plants need. So this is gonna go in my bedroom, right? So I could do another video, so you can see me install my pendant lamp, so that I can have a grow light in there. And what I do, because the light is so jarring in my bedroom, is that my timer is for the day. So I run it during the day, so that my plants can get the nutrients they need. And by the time I come home, I can turn it off. Or it goes off on its timer. That's the other thing. I love technology in the sense that like there's really a fix for everything. So again, my plants are on a timer. So this is a 6-foot bamboo pole. And what I'm doing is just making sure that I have the right amount of soil in here. I don't want to put too little once I water this girl, the soil is going to, of course, you know, it's not going to be as much. And I don't want to have to go back and add. Of course, I will add nutrients in it later on. And then I'm going to secure them to this moss pole. Okay. I am going to pat that down just the slightest bit because I want to make sure that it is secure. The great thing about pothos is that they do like to be root bound, so you don't have to replant them as much. And if you want to grow them in water, you can absolutely do that. Okay. Come here, it's your party. You can do what you want. You're a big girl now. I'm gonna bring this to my best friend's house. Maria, you guys know her. She likes plants as much as I do. And she's learning just like I am. So I gift her this plant. Big old plant. Look at this. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't want to cut it up, but I may not have a choice. I'm gonna try just putting this in the dirt and seeing what happens. I've never just propagated, soil propagated. There's a first time for everything. So I guess this is the next term up. Okay. Now, right now, I'm thinking ahead of time, right? I know that I'm gonna want this guy to have growth on all sides, right? So I'm gonna make sure that it goes in 4 places, and the rest is what I will gift. Hopefully this dirt soil propagation will work. And I'll be able to show you a vibrant new plant soon. And I think that will be the case. I'm super confident. But I want you to show you that. We're gonna also see how this bamboo pole works. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, so here's my Hawaiian pothos. I want you guys to go to Etsy, check out Florida Harvesters, Nolan and Jade, 2 great guys. You can leave messages. And yeah, we'll be back. I'm gonna follow this up with my lighting video on this, and then we'll do updates throughout the winter, okay? Because the interesting thing is all my plants are shooting off babies, and it is November 22nd. It's pretty cold. This one. All right, bye guys.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, there is going to be more to this video. There's about 2 more parts. So make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend. Let's grow this family. I love you guys. See you next time.